Hello, my loves. This episode is a mini masterclass, a workshop for a woman who is on a journey to heal her feminine energy and rebuild a deeper, more loving connection with her body. If you watched my last video, I shared my step by step process of becoming the woman who is truly aligned and embodied in her truth. And today I want to dive deeper into the step one of that process. So, step one is all about your physical vessel, your beautiful physical body, your feminine body. Now, I don't know about you, but for the longest time, I didn't realize that I was disconnected from my physical body. And I had been on this healing journey for years before I had this realization. And although I was on this journey, as I said, for so many years, I used to feel something is off, like something was not right, like there was a major disconnect, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And then it finally hit me. Healing isn't just about mindset shifts or spiritual practices. True transformation happens through the body. And no matter how much inner work we do, if we are not fully connected to our physical vessel, then all that healing stays stuck. It stays stuck either at the mental level, just the thoughts, in the energetic realm, if you work with the energy, but it never truly and fully integrates into our physical experience. So, why are so many women disconnected from their feminine bodies? One major reason, I think the only reason, as per me, we were never taught how to honor the uniqueness of our feminine design. And sure, we learned about anatomy and biology in school, but no one ever taught us how to truly live in alignment with the feminine design of our bodies. And I don't remember anyone explaining to me how to move through life as per what my body needed. Instead, we were taught to override the bodies. We learned to ignore our cycles, our intuition, and our natural rhythm. And we also grew up in a world that rewards masculine traits like productivity, logic, control. And so we became constantly analyzing everything, chasing achievements, and living in our heads. And all of this created a perpetual state of stress that the feminine body was simply not designed to handle in the same way as masculine body. This right here is one of the biggest reasons so many women feel disconnected, burnt out, and out of alignment. And when I finally realized this, I made a powerful decision. I was going to heal my feminine from within, and I wanted to reach a state where I honored my body first, always, where I lived like a woman and not like a man. And listen, feminine healing is multifaceted, but its foundation starts with becoming really intimate with your body first. And that's exactly what I'm sharing with you today. And I've also created a self-paced journey that takes you through the same process step by step. And you'll find the link in the description if you feel called to explore it. But for now, in this video, I'll be sharing with you simple yet powerful steps that you can start implementing right away. And trust me, when you'll start making these small changes, your life will shift in ways you never imagined. Okay, before we dive in, I want to say something important. For those of us who haven't been living in alignment with our feminine design, our feminine energy isn't gone. Okay? It's not dead. And it's not missing at all. It's just suppressed. And now we're about to awaken something that has been dormant for years. And I like to think of it as like waking up a sleeping dragon. That's exactly what it felt like for me. And when something has been asleep for so long, you don't just shake it awake. Okay, always remember this. And then expect it to be fully alive instantly. So the first step would be gentle and patient with yourself. This isn't a once and done process. It's not one time fix. You won't wake up tomorrow as a completely transformed woman. But what will happen is a paradigm shift. From this point on, you will step into a new way of living, one that will truly be a game changer for you. Now, I realized that the journey I created for myself along the various practices that I followed, they all naturally fell into three main pillars. The first is the healing pillar, where we start with the basics, like healing your relationship with your feminine body. That's the basics. And the second one is awakening pillar, which includes gentle practices to help awaken the feminine body from its dormant state. And the third pillar is activation pillar, where we integrate the practices that all the practices that activate the natural feminine flow. And one important thing to note is that these three pillars are not a strict step by step process. We work with them simultaneously, but I'm presenting them this way to make it easier to understand. All right, so now that we understand that our feminine energy isn't missing, it's just been suppressed, the first step in this healing journey is to rebuild the connection with our body. And that's what the healing pillar in your process should entail. So there are two key things you need to focus on in this stage. The first one is educate yourself on feminine physiology and the various organs governing it. One of the biggest reasons we feel disconnected from our feminine energy is because most of us were never truly educated about our own bodies. Yes, we learned about basic biology in school, but no one actually taught us how to live in harmony with the body. Your feminine body is not just a physical structure, it's an intelligent, cyclical, and deeply intuitive system that holds wisdom. And at the center of this wisdom are your vital feminine organs, your breasts, vaginal canal, and your womb. Your womb is not just your reproduction, is not just for reproduction. It is the center of your creativity, your emotions, and your energetic power. Your ovaries play a huge role in hormonal balance, affecting your moods, your energy levels, and even the way you experience life. And your breasts are energetic centers of nourishment, love, and self connection. These parts of your body hold so much untapped wisdom, memory, and power, but because we were never taught to honor them, many of us ignore or suppress their signals. So, the first action step for you is to start learning about your feminine body. Read books, listen to experts, explore how your cycle works, and understand how each part of your body contributes to your well being, your emotions, and energy. This knowledge alone will begin to shift the way you see yourself, trust me. And then, second key step in pillar one is to address your current relationship with your body, to reflect on how you've been relating to your body so far. So you can ask yourself, have I been listening to my body's signals or have I been ignoring them? Have I treated my body with love or have I judged it, criticized it, or pushed it to fit external standards? Do I see my body as an ally or something that constantly needs to be fixed or controlled? For many of us, the way we feel about our bodies is shaped by external influences, society's expectations, beauty standards, and even the idea that success means pushing through exhaustion and hence treating our body accordingly. And as I said before, we have been trained to live in our heads, to analyze, control, and force our way through life, often at the cost of our body's well being. But here's the truth: your body is not your enemy, it is your home, it is your deepest guide. And when you start listening to it, respecting it, and treating it with care, you will unlock a whole new level of healing. So, for today, I invite you to do a simple practice. Pause, connect with your body, place your hand on your lower belly, and take a deep breath and ask yourself, how do I feel in my body right now? What is it trying to tell me? And just listen without judgment, without trying to change anything. And this is how healing begins, with awareness, education, and deep self acceptance. Now let's move to the next section. All right, so pillar two is awakening your feminine body. Once you have started reconnecting with your body, the next phase is awakening it. Because a body that has been ignored, overworked for a number of years, it needs time and care to fully wake up. And I like to think of it as this: imagine your body is a garden, and for years it may have been neglected, maybe because the land of the garden is stressed because it was overworked, or simply because people did not know how to tend to it. So awakening your feminine body is like gently watering that garden, bringing life back to it. And how do we do that? by learning to live as cyclical beings. Unlike the masculine body, which follows a 24 hours rhythm, the feminine body is a 28-day cycle. It follows 28-day cycle, just like nature, the moon. This means your energy, your emotions, and needs change throughout the month. But we were never taught to honor that. And we were never taught to operate accordingly. We were taught to be the same every day, to push through exhaustion, to numb out discomfort instead of listening to it. But we know that we cannot change the external, so there's no blame game here. So, how the world is operating, we're not going to change that. That's not in our hands. But what we can do is, from our end, is we can unlearn that. And there are sacred self care practices to awaken your feminine body. And how you can start. Okay, so the number one practice that you can do is start tracking your cycle. Begin noticing your natural rhythms when you feel more creative, when you feel you need more rest. This helps you work with your body, not against it. Then there are womb and breast care practices, simple things like womb massage, warm oiling, and honoring your bleed days. This all can awaken your body from the numbness that it carries. And there are sensory awakenings. So your feminine energy is deeply sensory. So try soft touch, essential oils, warm baths, or even just walking barefoot on the earth. These small things may seem simple, but they signal to your body that it is safe, it is loved and ready to awaken. And that's what we need. And once that awakening begins, then we move to activation. So, pillar three is activation, activating your feminine body, your feminine energy. So, this is where you truly start feeling the shift. So, if awakening is like watering the garden, activation is like bringing in the sunlight and movement, allowing life to flow freely. And the best way to do that is through introducing practices like breath, sound, movement, practices that include all these things into your life. So, feminine energy is fluid, it's flowing, it's ever changing. If you keep your body stiff, tense, or stagnant, which we do on a daily basis, where we are sitting a lot due to work, the work culture we are in, the energy stays stuck. Now, here's how you can activate feminine energy on an everyday basis. Number one is feminine breath work. These are deep, open, wave like breathing that softens the belly and connects you back to your womb space. And just 5 minutes a day can change how you feel. Then there are intuitive movement. So, workout are super important for your health and vitality, but you should also try movements that feel natural to your feminine body, like swaying, stretching, dancing, and shaking. These are the feminine movements. And feminine movement is not about looking a certain way, it's about feeling alive in your body, bringing the life back into this feminine vessel. And then there's voice activation. Your voice is an extension of your feminine power. It's connected to the voice, the throat is connected to your womb space. So try humming, singing, or even just sighing deeply to release tension and activate your throat chakra. And when you make these small daily shifts, your feminine energy fully comes online, slowly and gradually. You feel more connected, more radiant, more alive. And this is exactly what I take you through in my self-paced course, where I guide you step by step through each of these phases. It's a beautiful journey that I've created. There are deep journaling exercises, sacred self-care practices, body love meditation, a womb healing activation, a morning feminine breathwork practice, movement meditation, and womb cleansing breathwork, and a very special, my very own deep spiritual release practice that I use every month during my menstruation, which has changed my life. And there is so much more waiting for you in this course. And the whole journey will gently help you reset your nervous system because feminine energy thrives in a well regulated body. You'll find the link in the description if you decide to go deeper into this work. But even if you start with the steps that I've given you today, your life will begin to shift. I promise. So in the end, my question to you is, are you ready to step into your feminine essence? And let me know in the comments which of these pillars resonated with you the most. And if you're feeling called, I would love if you share this video with a sister that you think might need to hear all of this. Remember, your feminine body is your greatest gift. Honor it, listen to it, and awaken it. And I'll see you in the next video.